And it's recording. Let's hope it goes on. Play it, run it. Yeah, wonderful. It's going to come
All
on
right.
soon.
Lights, camera, action.
We are up and running almost in about a minute or so. I think I have to keep the window open in order to do that. But I will do that, yeah. I think it's on the other thing, actually. It's on the wrong link, sad to say. Uh, but we want to get on the correct link. And I will. Yay! We are coming up now. Oh, you
Awesome.
guys are so sweet. I love you all.
Very good job. Very good job.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's supposed to be coming in soon, I hope. Yay! We are in! Woo!
Woohoo!
Yeah, so this is awesome. I love it. Thank you so much, Lisa, for bearing with us. I apologize once again.
Oh, no apologies necessary.
Thank you so much, honey. Welcome to our show, Coffee Chat Show, the Chris Show with our aerobic legend, Lisa Hart.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure, yeah. I want to do a shout out to Nancy Pop, our dear loving friend. Both of our
Yes.
friends.
One of my co-star
I love
from
her.
Buns of Steels.
She was
Buns of Steel.
wonderful, yeah. She gives us
Yes.
our love. Her love. Yeah. And a shout out to Brandon Hands for tuning in, and Remix Plum. Brandon Plumley is his actual name. And we hope to see our other audience members, Mariana Miles and my Aunt Lori Rivera, and among
Awesome.
a few other people here. So, and Eve Brescia, and they're going to have questions for you, hopefully. So we'll get in. Wow, I'm sorry if my mind is boggled. I apologize that it took too long to. I was too long to get the show up and running, but I finally did it. With my YouTube was acting up, and I apologize for that. But I finally found out what's going on with my streaming software. So it's a world of computers we live in.
Technology.
Technological stuff, technology. It's all techie stuff. Yeah. So I think I might have a message. No, I do not. Well, yeah, so Lisa right here inspired me in doing aerobics with her legs of steel, buns of steel, and other workouts. Yeah. I got started on jazzercise and many other things, and then she came along, and Nancy too, Nancy Pop, and they they got me interested in exercise as ever, even though I battled weight gain, weight loss, weight gain again. And it's hard, but I keep doing your exercise programs, and I just lift those legs along with you, Lisa. I do the bun movements, and they're good for men too. I'm
Yes.
telling you.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, dear. I appreciate it, honey. Yeah. Aw. I'm glad we got so close in like the last year.
Yes.
It really
Yes.
means a lot to me. At least year and a
Yeah.
half. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think you reached out to me on one of the social media. I guess it was Instagram.
Yes, Instagram.
Probably
Originally
Instagram.
YouTube and Facebook, but
Yeah.
Instagram. We were in touch for a while, and then you came out again. You've had your ups and down, highs and lows, and with your
Just like
enterprise.
everybody else.
Yeah, if you want to discuss it, feel free.
Yeah. You fire away. I will answer any of your questions.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I was telling Lisa a true story. I used to aerobicize in my leotards and with the tights underneath, like she was doing back when I was doing legs of steel and buns of steel. It was amazing. It was like
Yes.
kind of a amazing experience when I do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, your life growing. What was it like? Your life like reaching into independenthood as like when you were growing. and it's your mother and dad or whoever, your grandmother, your aunt, whoever.
Uh huh.
Anybody, your family. If you want to talk about that, we'll begin with that.
Well, so Nancy knows this. She's from a big family too. I
Yes.
am the baby of 10.
Oh, wow.
I am the baby of 10 kids, big Southern family.
Southern.
And we are 6 boys and 4 girls. And so, you know, part of my athleticism probably started from having to fight for food.
Fight for food. Wow.
Fight for food. Be the one.
Love it.
If there's one more biscuit on the table, somebody's going to get it. And it took me a while to get that last biscuit, but
That's amazing.
And so then growing up with 6 brothers created my tough side.
Oh, wow.
And but I've been in athletics of some sort, been involved in my entire life. But my mom, I will say, is my hero.
Yeah.
And she's an angel up above in heaven right now, but she is still my hero. Oh, well, hey, Chris, sweetheart, my parents were old. I'm the baby of 10. My oldest sibling is 75.
Oh, really?
So,
I don't believe it. I don't believe it, Leisa.
Well, because I'm the 10th and I'm 55.
Ah, well, happy birthday once again. Your birthday was August 24.
Well, thank you. Yeah. So, but my mom, even though she was 40 years old when she had me, number 10.
Yes.
And so that's a bigger gap.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of moms don't have 10 kids and then the 10th one at 40 years old. But
yes.
She not only was such a wonderful mother and such a powerful spiritual leader for me, but then she was also, I considered her my best friend. And that's the kind of relationship right now that I have with my baby girl. I have 3 kids, 2 boys, Abe and Sam. They're 21 and 19.
Awesome.
And then,
hi, Abe and Sam. How are you?
Yes.
How you doing?
And May is 16.
Hi,
and
May. How are you? Wherever you are.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
Say hi to May. And her real name is Mary Frances, and that was my mother's name.
Wonderful.
Yes. So I am very pleased that I have that great relationship with my daughter as well, and that we really do consider each other best buds. But on the other side, we can still maintain that respectful mother-daughter relationship. But we're able to talk very, very openly about things. So I feel like I can really be there in any situation for her, and being a healthy example. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm a little shy talking to you. Just kidding.
Well,
I love
you're
talking
so
to
silly.
you.
You're silly. Because we usually are talking just on text. We've talked on the phone a few times.
And we FaceTimed once, yeah.
Yes. Well, you did that for my birthday.
Yes, I did, and I was happy to.
Yes.
I really was.
Well,
I meant it.
But everybody who you meet, whether you meet them online or you meet them in a business situation or a social situation, a lot of times we all get a preconceived opinion about how their life might be so much better than yours, or, oh, she or he probably wouldn't understand because they don't have their own problems. Everybody who walks through your mind's door and your heart's door has their own story and their own struggles, You
got it, Lisa, of course.
Yes.
So let's move along. I'm sorry. Let's move, if you want to move along to, I'm very excited to know how you fit. We talked about wait a second. We talked about how your fitness journey started. You're fighting for food. If you want to tell us a lot more about that, or however much more about, and then we'll go into buns of steel, legs of steel, and all your other fitness projects.
Okay. Well, back in when I was younger and starting my fitness career, it actually started when I was 15 years old.
Very nice.
And I
that.
started. I am and always have been a very competitive type person, and so my best friend Wendy had auditioned, tried out to teach aerobics at Bally's Health Clubs.
Oh, cool.
And it was Bally's owned Richard Simmons Asylums. And so everybody knows the name Richard Simmons,
Yes.
of course. And so since Wendy had auditioned and gotten hired, I'm like, well, if she can do it, I can do it. And so I tried out where you're just following along in an aerobics class and everything. And I had on my pink parachute pants, my pink leotard, my pink leg warmers,
how awesome.
and my pink Keds that didn't even have laces. They had an elastic strap. I had never done aerobics in my life. And I danced and kicked and I got hired. But then luckily there was an elevator in my school, because then days after, when you get that soreness that starts to creep in, I could not walk. And I was in so much pain because I had not ever done aerobics before, and I did it in a silly pair of Keds. I didn't even have any support on my feet.
Gotcha,
but I got hired, and that's when I started teaching aerobics, and I was like, this is it. I love this. Absolutely loved it. And back then, and I was only 15 years old. They don't hire them that young these days. Yeah, you got to go through a little more. Yeah, just 15 years old. And so then that started. I have stayed in fitness ever since. Started doing aerobic competitions in my early 20s, and not like Nancy's. Nancy's was like the real thing. Hers was like Reebok champion stuff, doing flips and everything.
Amazing, yeah.
But mine, I did, kind of more the low key fitness competitions. But then that's what led me to do the ESPN Fitness America pageant.
Oh, nice.
And that's how, I don't think I've ever told you this part. Did you know that that's how I got discovered by Warner Brothers?
ESPN, yeah. I could believe it, yeah.
Yeah. So
ESPN was the rage back then.
Yeah. When people more so watched real TV, but hey, ESPN is still rocking online. But I was there in LA on national television and in ESPN. And that's when the makers of Buns of Steel from Warner Brothers discovered me. They saw me on the tube. And luckily a woman called me to say she'd like for me to audition for Buns of Steel, because if it had been a guy saying that, I probably would have hung up on him, not believing it. And so she asked for me to audition, and I was able to send in at the time a VHS little clip of my exercise class. And the story goes that they had narrowed it down to 5 girls across the U.S. And they put in my VHS with the decision maker there with Warner Brothers to view them. And he got halfway through my little 5-minute, and he got up, pushed stop, and walked out the door and said, "That's her."
Woo!
So I don't know who the other 4 were or what they looked like or how talented they were, but I was living right that day and was blessed with being hired to then take on the Buns of Steel series. And then that led to many things. Of course, one of the really sweet things that Nancy and I are still friends, because that was, my gosh, 30 years ago. And then it led to infomercials, and it paved the way for a really, really a blessing of a career for me.
Oh, awesome. Absolutely. There you go, Leisa. Woo!
Thank you.
You are welcome. My pleasure. I love that.
It's still exciting to this day. I'm so blessed to have had that opportunity.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Well, I know you've done some other fitness projects also, like
Hmm.
some other stuff. One of them was I was not. I tried it. I liked it, but I wasn't really. It wasn't really my favorite. It wasn't. I was not a fan of it. It was called the Fitness Flyer.
The Fitness Flyer. That was my first infomercial, and that was with Guthrie Ranker.
Oh wow.
Guthrie Ranker is the company that did also the Christy Brinkley Chuck Norris infomercial that has been on for our entire lives.
Yes.
So it was very good to be able to work with Guthrie Ranker. And actually, when I was filming my Abs of Steel,
Yes.
the producer Andre Ambandos um, told the Guthrie people, "You got to come see this girl." And so she walks me into another room, and there's the Fitness Flyer there. And on the spot, I auditioned with her. I didn't even know that I was going to be doing this, but I auditioned and I got the part for the lead of that infomercial. And so
Well
that's
done.
what then led for me selling on the shopping channels
Oh my
and
goodness.
getting that kind of exposure. So,
My goodness. Wow. You know, the reason why I said it wasn't my favorite, the Fitness Flyer, was because I would fall off, and some relatives playing around it, we would fall off of it trying to do the workout ourselves.
oh, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
I know, but I was careful. I was careful. Yeah.
Well, well, maybe I should turn the questioning on you with some of your fitness.
Well, let's go. I'm ready to go, babe.
Yeah. Okay. So you said you started with jazzercise.
Yes, that's
Is
correct. And
that
leotards.
is that like, were you doing any fitness before that, or did you have a turning point where you were like, I don't feel good, I need to feel better, or what was your turning point to get you started?
Actually, as a kid in the '80s, in the mid '80s, I should say, I'd done jazzercise and 20-minute workout. I used to put on my romper and leotards, and we were doing it together with Judy Shepard Missette.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. Then I saw Buns of Steel with Tammy Lee Webb, our friend. Another friend.
Yes.
Hi, Tammy Lee, out there. How are you? A shout out to you.
Yes.
Yeah, so with Tammy Lee, she kind of got me more involved. Denise Austin, Kathy Smith, they got me more involved.
Absolutely.
And I kept doing those videos every so often. And Crunch and Nancy Pop and you and Tracy York, Donna Richardson, all my Buns of Steel family, Michelle Dozois. That's how you pronounce her name, correct?
Dozios.
Dozios, I'm sorry.
Ask Nancy if that's correct. I think that's correct. I
I'll
think
ask
it's Dozios.
her, yes. I used to pronounce it like that, but I thought, oh, I might be wrong.
Yeah, I think most people say like Michelle D.
Michelle
they're too
D.
afraid.
She used to be
But
called
she's done
Michelle.
some.
She also went by the name Michelle Nevedemsky, I think it was.
Nevedomsky.
Nevedomsky, yes.
Nevedomsky.
Yeah. Interesting stories I hear about you aerobic people. I love it. And I did the firm
Yeah.
also. I did Jane Fonda a bit. I did everything aerobicized, but then there came
Awesome.
a point when I just took a break from aerobics.
Yeah.
I was very busy, very tired. This was in the mid 2000s, the early to
Hmm.
mid 2000s, and I felt like maybe I could get back into shape, but I just took a break.
Yeah.
Then I was very bored, and I saw an aerobics video. It was the Crystal Light National Championship Aerobics. I made myself watch, and I was like, "This is fun. Why don't I do this again?"
Yeah.
Christ, why
Yeah.
don't I do this again? And you know what? I did, and I started going under the name Chris Aerobics on the internet as my blog, and then this took over.
Awesome.
I'm all Chris Aerobics, and then way before Coffee with Chris became a thing,
Uh huh.
and Retro Media Vision also. But yeah, that's how I actually got myself into wearing leotards again, because I kind of took a break from wearing them because I hadn't been dancing or doing aerobics, and I didn't get into ballet dancing until very late in my life, like more than a few years ago.
Oh, wonderful. Well, don't
Thank
you
you.
feel better when you're doing aerobics and ballet dancing and
I
being active?
do. I do. Yes, honey. Also, Lisa, I must tell you that I've been doing water aerobics lately, and I wanna
You said that. You said you've got a you were really really busy with your work and doing water aerobics.
at the mall. Yeah. At,
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
two at my one, I had to cut back to one store. I used to work two stores at the mall,
Mm-hmm.
two jobs. But I had to cut back
Yeah.
to one job, and I might be going back to take classes and in lieu of the job, and I'm hoping to find another job in the meantime soon.
Yeah.
And I'm doing like the water aerobics and the aqua physical therapy. Like I do yoga
Oh,
poses, things with the weights in the water.
that's fantastic.
Yeah, and I put on the
I swim almost every day.
nice, and I we should do water aerobics together actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad you're doing that. That's such a great workout.
Yeah, I think we should hit it up in the pool, and I should come to Texas, or
Yeah. Yeah. Here's my pool.
yeah, we will do some water aerobics. I wear the one piece speedos. That's what I prefer, to be honest with you. You
Yeah.
know why? Because they hold me up better, and they hold me up better,
Yeah.
and they make me swim faster.
Yes.
Now
Well, that's good.
we might have an interruption in our Zoom meeting because ha- there may be a time limit on it, but if
Uh-huh.
that happen when that happens, I'll send you another code.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
sorry about
if
that.
you're on the basic plan, then you got 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I will send you another link. Don't you worry.
Okay.
And we'll continue this show later on tonight in the next 5 minutes. I'm sorry. But yeah, I need to pay the plan. They always want to milk you for your money, these companies. Let's see if we have any questions from our friends here. Does anybody want to text us something? No questions. Wow, we just had Nancy Pop checking in. We had Tammy Lee
Yes.
check in. I shouted out my audience today. The long, hard, bumpy road. Yeah, you had a long, hard, bumpy road amidst
Yes.
all this. Yeah, and if you
Yes.
want to talk about it, we will.
Sure. Sure. Do you have a specific question, or you just want me to let it go?
Just let it go, babe.
Let it go. Okay.
If you want
So
to.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, the good thing is that I've made it to the other side, and I can talk about it without crying anymore.
I would give you a
So
big hug if you were here.
yes,
I
yes,
really would.
yes. I know. So my oh, that's one of my ringtones. I love that one.
Oh, thank you. You wanna text it here? You wanna text it
Uh-huh.
here? I'll say hello to her. I'll say hello for you. Next, let me show you.
Pull it
Nancy's
back.
trying to say hi.
Oh, hi,
I'm
Nancy.
sorry. I'll show you the text. I don't have the comments on the air, Nancy. I apologize for that.
And what's she saying?
Hello, my dear Lisa.
Awesome.
I showed her.
Well,
Let me tell her. I showed to her your text. Sorry about. Sorry about that. I don't have comments on. I apologize, Nancy. I really am sorry. Oh my god. I have a hard time with the comments, but if you emailed me, that would be good too. But yeah,
or text.
Lisa does look beautiful, Nancy. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you, Nancy. Yes. Lisa does look awesome.
Oh, y'all are so sweet.
And you're awesome too, Nancy. You're beautiful as Lisa. You really are. I
Yes.
like both of you. And I like Tammy
She
Lee
is.
too.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
Tracy. I didn't speak to Tracy yet, but I would love to meet her.
Oh, I know. She would. She play. I know that she actually plays golf. I don't know if she still does. I remember that she would be out playing golf.
Oh, cool.
very
Maybe
active.
maybe I could try a little golf with her. Wouldn't that be
Yes.
cool? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You're her girl. She loves you.
Oh, we haven't spoken in many years, but she holds a very kind place in my heart.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nancy loves you. Aw.
yes, yes.
Sweet Nancy. I love her too. So, yeah, Nancy's got a
Okay.
beautiful family.
Hmm.
Nancy's got a beautiful family. She really does. An
Yes,
interesting
yes,
family that I'd like to meet personally. I
yes.
cannot wait to meet Nancy and you both in person one day.
Well, I want to take May May to New York when it's a little better time, and
Yeah.
so I'll definitely be seeing Nancy then.
Yeah, and I'll stop by if you want. We can have
Yes,
some
that would be
parties.
fabulous. I don't know how close y'all are. You
I'm
know.
in Jersey currently, but
Oh
I'm moving
well,
to Pennsylvania hopefully.
yeah, yeah. Well, then you're not far from Nancy.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to stop by Pennsylvania one of these days, feel free. I
Yes,
love it in Pennsylvania.
absolutely,
Lancaster's
absolutely.
wonderful. Aw,
Yeah,
Lancaster's wonderful.
yes,
So again, your hard but long bumpy road. I'm sorry.
yes. Oh no, that's totally
This is
fine.
gonna be awesome.
Um,
I'm gonna be touched by hearing this.
yeah. So anyway, the my confidence and my drive has been a blessing and a curse.
Yes.
And so
Oh,
back, it's been almost 10 years ago, I had the harebrained idea to open my own yoga and fitness, Pilates and spa.
wow.
And so, but most of us that have been instructors, we always have ambitions to own our own place.
Yes.
And it's and what it did for me, there were so many upsides to it,
Yes.
but what it did was it turned my passion into my punishment,
Wow.
because I for one, I, again, with my confidence and my drive, I thought I could do everything, and so I did do everything. But from startup of the business, doing the web design, the graphic design, I also dabbled and I did a lot of the architectural design and all sort of the systems in starting the business, hiring and training and
Oh,
so
wow.
forth. But to do all of those things and not be bullheaded enough, or being too bullheaded to hire out, I was thinking I was saving money, and because I love doing all these things. But in order to do all those things, you have to stay up till sometimes 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, a lot of times.
Which is what I've been doing in my personal life too, getting all
And
my
that's,
production work done. I'm the same
but
way.
if you do it for too long, it catches up with you.
Yes,
So
it does.
that's what happened to me, is it caught up to me horribly. And so therein came sleep deprivation, because I would be on the computer for all those hours and then I wasn't able to slow down. So in came sleep deprivation, and then loss of focus. And then during that time, I also was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And
Uh-oh.
so then here I owned my own yoga and fitness studio where I planned to teach all these classes. And I kept having to take myself, the owner, the person whose name is on the building, I had to keep taking myself off the schedule because I was in too much pain.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it anymore. And so therein came anxiety, depression,
Yes.
and
I have anxiety too.
yeah,
I go
and
through
so
depression myself.
this is what I'm talking about. People who come through your mind's door and your heart's door, you think, oh, she's this, she's that, she doesn't have, I wish I had her life, or she wouldn't understand. Everybody has their own story.
Yes.
And mine, I was in the last stage of adrenal failure. I should have been hospitalized. Um, the business we built it and they came. We had tons of clients and everything, but we had too much square footage. So this is something where, as a new business owner, I missed the point on that. And no matter how much business we were driving, it still just wasn't enough. And we had a 5-year lease. And thank goodness, towards the last year, I'm thinking, I am dying. I can't do this anymore. I'm depressed. I can't sleep. My body is breaking down. I don't get to spend any time with my kids. And I was thinking, I need out, I need out, I need out. Well, God sent me an answer. And the answer was the strip center got purchased by new ownership, and they raised my rent by 80%.
Wow. Lisa?
Which seems just ridiculous.
Yes, it does. Hey, Lisa,
but,
can you hang on to that thought? I'm going to send you a new link for the show.
Sounds good.
Apologize. It's running out. The clock is running out, but we will continue this. I promise you. I swear to God.
I gotcha. I know the drill. Okay, we'll see you in a minute.
See you in a minute. Thank you. Friends, we will be on the air in a minute or so. I apologize. But Zoom has cut us off for whatever silly reason, and I'm sorry about that. But, yes. We are going to start a new meeting. Are you kidding me? Yes, we are definitely going to start a new meeting, like I promised you. Let's get this meeting up and running, shall we? We're going to get it started right now. No. Let me see if I can find out if I can get on this thing. I apologize. Yay, I did it. We're gonna get off of here now. Stand by. You might hear a hiccup. You might hear a feedback. Yay! At least now. I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave the meeting. Sorry about that feedback. Sorry about the feedback. I apologize. Yeah, there we go. That's the way we do it. Woo, I promised you we'd be back, and we're back. Yes.
Yes.
I apologize for that, Lisa.
No problem.
Thank you, honey. Yes. So, with that said, yeah, we're going to continue. They raised your rent, is where we ended last, right? Before we got rudely interrupted. Yeah, so if you want to continue,
okay.
yeah.
Are you ready?
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm ready for you. Yeah, I'm
sorry. So the deal was that it was towards the end of my 5-year lease.
Yes.
My passion having turned into my punishment.
Yeah.
And then I was wanting a way out. And then the center went under new ownership just as I was needing to have the option of signing a new lease, and they raised it by 80%. And my first thought was, thank you, Lord. Because I'm like, there's no way I could continue, because it was too much square footage anyway. And so this was the answer. Did I need any other hammer over the head that it was time for me to move on? And so this allowed me to just say, you know what, this mom and pop shop can no longer stay in business. And it's been wonderful serving you. And I was able to move on. But then from there, the real the aftermath started, because then for who knows how long, it took years to recover. Because there was our financial struggles, because the studio just sucked us dry. It sucked not only drained the bank account, but it also drained every bit of physical, mental, spiritual energy that I had. And so I went into a deep depression, and I didn't even want to go to the grocery store, because the studio was right next to Kroger, where we shop.
Yes.
And I didn't want, and everybody that was at the studio was in our community, and I just didn't want to see anybody.
Yes.
I didn't want anybody. Oh, what happened, and why did you? It was not only the aftermath of lack of sleep for years, but then just oh my God, I wanted out, but then I missed everybody.
Wow.
I said I could talk about it without crying, but that part, anyway. But it was so gratifying, but yet I needed to move on, and then we had to recover financially. We had to sell our house. So it took us years, especially me, years to just get my health back, get my life back together, get my finances back together. But through all of that, the pain, the suffering, the anxiety, the depression, the sleep deprivation, because of where I am now, if someone said, in order to get to this fabulous place that you are in your life right now, you have to do all that over again, do you know what my answer would be?
I know what your answer would be. Hell no.
No. It would be, sign me up.
Oh, I had no idea.
I would do it all over again.
You sure? You would do it all? Oh my God.
I would do it all over again to be where I am right here, right now, because I would not be the person I am, the woman I am, the mother I am, the friend that I am, and the businesswoman that I am, if I did not go through all of that. I thought I was doing pretty good before all of it, but I have nowhere near the insight of what other human beings have gone through. And I have far more relatability. I have far more compassion. I have far more business sense. I know what not to do now, but I would not have learned any of that if I didn't put myself, nobody made me do all those things. Nobody said, your arms are tied behind your back, you have to open up your own business. Nobody said, Lisa, you can't hire anybody else to help you with all these things. You have to do them all by yourself. I am the one who did all that stuff to myself. It was all personally inflicted. So, but if knowing right now, if somebody said the only way you can be where you are right now is to do it all again, I'd say, sign me up.
You're awesome, Lisa. You just taught me something. Sign
What?
me up.
Sign me up.
Sign me up. Maybe I should think of it the other way. Wow, I would have never guessed.
And nobody makes you choose how to respond to anything bad that you're going through. It is all up to you. Every day that you wake up and you put those feet on the ground and you raise your head out of bed, nobody but you can make you decide how to respond to that day. So now, before I go to bed, I decide what kind of day it's going to be. And you know what? Every day it ends up being a really good day because I have already decided it's going to be that way. And no matter what life throws at me, I am able to handle it with grace and with a great attitude. And now when I do public speaking events, I have so much more to offer people. Before I went through all that crap, I would give, good speeches about, how to be fit and good nutrition and stuff like that. But I hadn't gone through all this stuff. And so I couldn't relate to the other side.
Oh, wow.
And, when I was being interviewed by some of the magazines and television shows in my early career, when I started with Warner Brothers, I was on the NBC Today show. I was on Tonight Show with Jay Leno. I was on all sorts of magazines and everything. But a lot of times they were saying, well, what struggles have you been through? Okay, well, I'm 25 at the time. And they were like, what did you have to overcome? And I had nothing. I was like, well, I pulled my Achilles tendon once. I didn't have anything. And so I didn't have the relatability until I put myself through, all of this stuff where I was doing what I thought I really needed to do. But it hurt me and it hurt my family and everything. But now being on the other side, I have learned so much. And like you may recall at the beginning of this, I said that my mom, bless her heart in heaven, is my hero. And my daughter would say the same of me because she's seen how strong I had to be to finally make it to the other side.
Oh, yes. Well, you're on my show now, Leisa. I'm glad to have you, and you taught me something. And I'm proud and privileged that you are on my show, Leisa. Of all shows, like from Leno to Today to magazines, I'm glad you selected my show.
Absolutely.
And you taught me a lesson as the host. You taught me a valuable lesson, and I'm grateful for you for that.
You're welcome. And you've been a wonderful host, and you're so cool, calm, and collected. And that's what you have to be, because when we do things that are live, that's life. And sometimes things, you push this button and it doesn't do what you want it to do. You just be calm and get it to work out. And this is what's making you a success in life, my love.
Oh, thank you, honey. And I must say, anytime you want to burst into tears with me, feel free. I'll be a shoulder for you to hug.
Yes, thank you. Because we all are there from time to time, and it's good to do that. The more you hold it in, the more stress it causes you.
Yes. Oh, yes. See, my friends, I must tell you, my friends, Leisa is a regular person like me. I'm just, and you as well, all of you out there. We're all the same, regular people, regardless of what success, fruit, or what curveballs came our way. But yeah, so your enterprises, I think we talked about that, right? And you're the producer of Fox News soon, right?
Well, right now, this is a new gig I have. Nancy doesn't even know about this yet. On my birthday, I started with the Kathy Ireland shows. Yes. And everybody remembers Kathy from being the cover girl on Sports Illustrated.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so she has two shows that are on TV. One of them is called Worldwide Business with Kathy Ireland, and that airs on Fox Business Network. Yes. And then the other one is called Modern Living with Kathy Ireland, and that's on WeTV. And so my job is that I am content producer for both of those shows. And so I seek out businesses and products and brands to be featured on the show. And so that's really exciting for me. And what, I don't know if I told you this yet, Chris, maybe
Yeah.
when we were talking on the phone, but I didn't
Probably.
know, I knew about Kathy, and I'm like, yes, she was the beautiful Sports Illustrated model. And yes, she's had success. I know she's got some online businesses and everything, but I had no idea this woman is CEO of her own company that is worth $3.5 billion.
Yes. Oh my God.
3.5. She knows what she's doing. And get this,
Yes.
she is the 19th leading brand in the world, the whole world, and she is the most successful female brand in history.
Oh,
And
cool.
you are the company you keep, and I am just beyond honored to have been hired. I was sought out to work for their company. They found me on LinkedIn, and the power of LinkedIn. Oh my gosh!
I love
And
LinkedIn.
so, yeah. So now I am that the company you keep. And so, like we're hanging out with you and
Yeah.
making each other feel good, and you've got all these good friends to support you in your mission,
Yes.
and that's what it's all about.
Of course. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. And the lessons you
Yeah.
learn,
Yes.
the information you get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, yeah. Did
Yeah.
you have
So
any other? I'm sorry.
no, go ahead. I was gonna help you out if you needed. What direction are we going from here?
Yeah. You have any other projects or enterprises and where you are today?
Yes.
Anything else you want to say about
Yes.
that? You
Yeah.
have the
Yeah.
floor all this time because that's all that I have on my list for now.
Yes. Yes. Well, so of course, big deal working with the Kathy Ireland show. But then also I'm writing my book,
Yes.
which is called Healing the Heart. And
Oh, I love it.
so, of course, my last name being Hart.
Yeah.
Um, and but I'll send you a picture of the cover.
Cool.
So healing the heart with heart being my last name, but then I have a dove that's flying in the E and
Yeah.
putting it in heart.
I
So I'm
love
double
that.
entendre on my name.
Yes.
But so the way that I'm going to do the book, and I've been writing it collectively for years, is that the how when there's like an instruction manual and on
Yeah.
one side it's in English and then you flip it around and then it's like in the other language. So
Absolutely.
so my front side is going to be my stories,
Oh,
and that's
cool.
all the stuff that I've been through. And then when you flip it over and around to the other side, it's my solutions. So I've got my stories and my solutions. Chris, have you left me?
I think that's wonderful. No, I didn't leave you, honey. Do you want to repeat? No, I don't want to ask. Yeah, if you want to repeat that for me, feel free. I'm sorry. I had to take care of something. I had to wash my fingers because it got a little messy. Because I had a little bit of an allergy. I'm sorry. I don't mean
You're
to sound
fine.
sick.
Oh, you're fine. Well, at least we're on Zoom, where everybody's safe. But
Yes.
no, anyway. So the first half of the book is my stories, and so like the story I was telling you about my studio and everything, there's a ton more stories of all the roads that I had to go down to get to the other side and feel good again.
Yes.
And so then on the flip side is my solutions, and so it tells all about um, how I healed, what I
Yes.
did to heal myself and my heart. And from, whether it was meditation has been a huge part of my journey.
Yeah, I love
And
meditation, yoga.
yes, yes, meditation. And just even just, I mean, like I bookend my days with meditation before I get out of bed. So I'm setting my intention for the day before I even get out of bed. I don't look at social media until I have done my meditation and either worked out inside or gone outside to walk and swim. And then when I say bookend, that's how I end my day. So I end my day with whether it's just a light exercise, whatever it is, and grounding, barefooted
Yes.
in the grass
Yes.
to ground my frequency with the earth. And then I meditate before I go to bed. And so bookending my day, beginning and end, with so much more of intentionality has been a big game changer for me. Um, and then of course, still with the nutrition and and I had, when I call it my storm, when I was going through my storm, just
Yeah.
that bad dark time,
Mm-hmm.
I was not friends with fitness anymore. So you take this person who, it's almost like a professional athlete when they end their career and then they don't know what to do anymore. Well, that was kind of me. I just sunk. And so my body and my mind was screaming for the routine again, but I didn't have it in me for many years. Um, but now I've gotten back to that, to where I'm friends with fitness again.
Yeah.
I'm better friends with myself again,
Yes.
and the power of meditation. My gosh, and even I've taught yoga
Yeah.
for 20, 30 years,
Yeah.
and I didn't realize how closely connected I naturally was with meditation. But
Yeah.
then now I've taken it another level where I'm just like, there are human beings walking around every day that have no control of their mental state. And we can control our mental state. And a big part of that is through meditation. And so I would encourage anyone, and it's not, before I even started teaching yoga and using some
Yeah.
meditation, of course, I thought, oh, well, is it chanting or something like that? No, it is just getting deep in to where you have no other outside distractions. And it can mean so many different things for different people, but it's just about really connecting with yourself and setting intentions and giving so much more thought to things than, because I used to, I my bookending of my days used to be on my phone or on my laptop, and that is a horrible way to begin and end the day, on
Wow.
electronics. And we need to just clear those cobwebs and allow our brains to breathe, and then that brain is going to perform for you in ways that you never would have imagined.
Amazing. I love it. That story.
Yeah. Yes. Well, well, I am going to be going up to cook dinner for May May now.
Wonderful. I want to thank
And
you. Yeah.
yes.
Before
Yeah.
you go, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I want to say
Yes.
thank you for joining me, Lisa. Mwah.
Yes.
You're so sweet. Thank you, love.
I love you, Chris.
I love
I'll
you
do it
too.
again.
I mean, I
Yeah.
really love you to death with all my heart. I'm
Yes.
glad I met
Likewise.
you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll
And I
keep
want to,
working on your goals.
yes, and we have to do another show like this again if you want to.
Yes, absolutely. Well, because you're going to have new things happen in your life, and so am I.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful. So I guess we'll go
Yes.
from there. I'm Chris
Okay.
Kennedy.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning
Ah,
in. I love you all. Got your 6, and bless you. Got your number. We'll see you, everybody,
okay.
on YouTube. Let's do it
Woo-hoo.
together. Ready?
On
On YouTube. I love it. Yeah. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thank you
Thanks, baby.
again.
Okay.
Take
Bye bye.
care.